You've been feeling something strange about your sister lately, haven't you? Those odd moments when she quickly ends phone calls when you enter the room. The way her smile seems forced when you ask about her day. Your intuition has been trying to tell you something important, and deep down, you already sense it. These feelings aren't random or meaningless. They're warning signals trying to protect you from a painful truth. Have you noticed how she's suddenly busy on weekends when she used to spend time with family? Or how she checks her phone constantly, keeping the screen tilted away from your view? These subtle changes in her behavior are connected to something she's deliberately keeping from you. Something shocking that involves a man you don't know about. The uncomfortable feeling in your stomach when you think about your sister lately isn't paranoia. It's your natural intuition detecting deception from someone close to you. Today, you'll discover what she's been hiding. What your sister is concealing isn't just a small secret or private matter. It's something that affects your entire family's trust and harmony. This isn't about normal privacy or personal boundaries. She's hiding a relationship with a man that changes everything about your family dynamic. This situation has been developing right under your nose for months now, carefully concealed through elaborate stories and excuses. When you're around, she presents herself one way, the sister you've always known. But when you're not watching, she transforms into someone else entirely. Someone who keeps significant parts of her life hidden from those closest to her. The trust between you is being damaged with each passing day that this deception continues. The worst part is that others might already know. Friends or distant relatives might have been told while you've been deliberately kept in the dark. This secret has created invisible walls between family members, with some knowing the truth while others remain unaware. This information cannot wait any longer. The longer this deception continues, the more damage it causes to your relationship. Finding out now, even if painful, is far better than discovering the truth months or years later when the deception has grown even deeper. You deserve to know what's happening with someone you care about deeply. Let's examine the signs you've likely been noticing but perhaps dismissed as unimportant. These weren't coincidences. They were glimpses of the truth breaking through the carefully maintained facade. First, her phone behavior has changed dramatically. She takes calls in another room now. Her phone is always face down or locked with a new password. She jumps slightly when notifications sound, rushing to check them before anyone else can see. These are classic signs of someone hiding communications with another person. Her schedule has mysteriously filled with vague commitments. Meeting friends or running errands have replaced specific explanations about her whereabouts. When pressed for details, she becomes defensive or changes the subject quickly. These unexplained absences often occur at consistent times each week, times reserved for someone you don't know about. Her appearance has subtly changed too. New clothing styles, perhaps more attention to makeup or hair on seemingly ordinary days. Special perfume used on days she claims she's just going to the store. These aren't changes women typically make without reason. They indicate she's seeing someone she wants to impress. Family gatherings have become shorter for her with unexpected reasons to leave early. She checks her phone repeatedly during these events, texting with hidden smiles. When family photos are taken, she seems distracted rather than present in the moment. Most telling is her reaction when the conversation turns to her personal life. The immediate subject changes. The sudden interest in someone else's story. The physical signs of discomfort, touching her neck, avoiding eye contact, nervous laughter. Her body language betrays the truth she's working so hard to hide. The shocking truth is that your sister has been hiding a serious relationship with a man who has a complicated past. This isn't just casual dating. This relationship has progressed to a point where significant life decisions are being made without your family's knowledge. The man she's involved with brings elements into her life that she fears you and your family wouldn't approve of, which is why she's gone to such lengths to keep it hidden. This relationship didn't begin recently. Evidence suggests it has been ongoing for months, possibly even beginning before her behavior changes became noticeable to you. What started as something she thought would be temporary has evolved into a significant commitment, making it increasingly difficult for her to know how to bring this truth to light after concealing it for so long. This man has been influencing major decisions in her life, from subtle changes in her opinions to more serious matters like financial choices or career moves. His influence explains the surprising positions she's taken in recent family discussions, positions that seemed out of character for the sister you thought you knew. The tension you felt at family gatherings stems directly from her fear of exposure. Each family event becomes a careful performance where she must hide her true thoughts and feelings, checking her phone to communicate with him while pretending everything is normal. The stress of maintaining this deception explains her shortened visits and frequent excuses. What makes this situation particularly concerning is that this isn't just about a relationship she was afraid to disclose. There are elements about this man and their relationship that she actively fears would distress you, aspects of his background, his influence over her, or the nature of their relationship that contradicts the values your family holds dear. The real reason behind recent family tensions is the growing weight of this secret. As the relationship becomes more serious, the strain of the deception increases. Your sister is living two separate lives, the one your family sees, and the hidden reality she returns to when not in your presence. To address this situation effectively, you need to understand why your sister felt compelled to hide this relationship. Her secrecy isn't simply about deception. It's driven by deeper emotional needs and fears that have made honesty feel impossible for her. At the core of her secrecy is fear of judgment. Perhaps past family reactions to her choices or relationships created an environment where she doesn't feel safe sharing vulnerable truths. She may believe, rightly or wrongly, that revealing this relationship would result in criticism or rejection rather than understanding. Your family history plays a significant role here. Think about how differences of opinion have been handled. In your family, were disagreements met with open discussion or with tension and conflict? Your sister may be protecting herself from patterns of interaction that proved painful in the past. This relationship also likely fulfills something missing in her life: acceptance, adventure, understanding, or freedom from expectations. This man may represent a part of herself she doesn't feel free to express within the family dynamic. His acceptance of parts of her that she feels you might reject creates a powerful bond that makes her willing to compartmentalize her life. The emotional conflict she experiences is real and painful. She loves her family but feels unable to be fully authentic. Each day of hiding increases both her attachment to this separate life and her guilt about the deception. She likely tells herself she'll reveal the truth when the time is right, but that perfect moment never seems to arrive. Understanding these motives doesn't excuse deception, but provides crucial context for approaching her with empathy rather than accusation. Addressing this situation requires careful planning rather than reactive confrontation. How you approach this conversation will determine whether it leads to honesty and healing or deeper division and defensiveness. Choose the right setting: private, comfortable, with no time pressure. Avoid having the conversation during family gatherings or when either of you is tired or stressed. Create a space where she feels physically and emotionally safe to be vulnerable. Begin with I statements that express your feelings without accusation. I've been feeling concerned because I've noticed changes in our relationship rather than, you've been lying to everyone. This approach opens conversation rather than forcing defensiveness. Specific phrases that encourage honesty include, I miss feeling close to you and want to understand what's happening. And, whatever you're going through, I want to support you rather than judge you. These statements create safety for truth. What to avoid saying is equally important. Don't begin with, I know you're hiding something, or, everyone can tell you're lying. Accusations trigger immediate denial and shut down authentic communication. Also avoid phrases like, how could you do this to the family? Which frame her actions as attacks rather than personal choices. Be prepared for her initial reaction to be denial. Don't push too hard in one conversation. Sometimes planting the seed of openness requires multiple gentle approaches over time. If she does share something difficult, control your immediate reaction even if shocked. Your measured response in that critical moment will determine whether she continues being honest. Remember that your goal isn't to force confession, but to rebuild authentic connection based on truth and mutual respect. Once the truth about her relationship emerges, the process of rebuilding trust and connection begins. This phase is delicate and requires patience from everyone involved. The first step is acknowledging the pain on both sides without assigning blame. Your sister's deception caused hurt, but her fear of judgment that led to hiding the truth is also valid. Begin with statements like, I'm hurt that you didn't feel you could tell me, but I want to understand why you felt you couldn't. Creating new patterns of communication is essential. Schedule regular one-on-one time together in neutral settings where deeper conversations can happen naturally. Simple activities like walking or driving together often create space for meaningful dialogue without the pressure of direct face-to-face intensity. When she does share difficult truths, practice reflective listening, repeating back what you heard without immediately offering opinions or solutions. This simple technique demonstrates that understanding her perspective matters to you, even when you might disagree with her choices. Rebuilding sisterly bonds requires finding connection beyond the areas of conflict. Reminisce about positive shared memories or create new ones that remind both of you why this relationship matters, despite the current strain. These positive experiences create emotional safety that facilitates healing. Family healing may take longer, especially if others feel betrayed by her secrecy. Consider whether a neutral third party like a family therapist might help navigate complex emotions if the revelation creates significant family conflict. Throughout this process, remember that rebuilding trust isn't about returning to the past, but creating a new relationship foundation based on authenticity, even when that includes difficult truths and disagreements. Creating a family environment where secrets don't feel necessary requires ongoing effort from everyone involved. This situation provides an opportunity to establish new patterns of interaction that support honesty while respecting appropriate boundaries. Begin by examining what in your family culture might discourage openness. Do differences in lifestyle, choices, relationships, or beliefs meet with judgment rather than acceptance? Acknowledge these patterns openly and commit to creating space for authenticity. Distinguish between privacy and secrecy. Everyone deserves private thoughts and experiences, but secrecy becomes problematic when it involves deception about important life matters that affect relationships. Respecting privacy while discouraging harmful secrets creates healthy balance. Regular family discussions where difficult topics can be addressed respectfully help prevent the buildup of unspoken tensions. These conversations work best when begun during calm periods rather than crises. Remember that trust is rebuilt through consistent patterns over time. Single conversations or promises matter less than demonstrating through ongoing actions that honesty is truly safe in your family relationships. The situation with your sister requires attention now, before more damage occurs to your relationship. Family bonds are precious but fragile when secrets create invisible barriers between people who care about each other. Take the first step toward healing by creating a safe space for honest conversation. The approach shared today provides a pathway back to authentic connection, but it requires courage to begin this journey. If this guidance has helped you understand your family situation better, consider giving super thanks to support more videos on healing family relationships. Remember that even difficult truths, when approached with love and understanding, can lead to stronger and more authentic connections than comfortable deceptions.